Hi, Charles Moman here. Well, today I'm going to show you how to install sound deadening material, and I'm using Kilmat. Thanks for watching. Now, when you start a project like this, you have to think in the sequence, in the order of how you do things, because you can't go back. And so one of the first things I knew that I needed to do was sound deadening. Now, not everyone does, but you'll see most people that do band conversions, they use some product, and I contacted Kilmat and asked them if they'd like to be a partner. So they're a partner in my project, and very generously they sent me 4 boxes of the 80 mil sound deadening pads, and so each box can take care of 36 square feet. I would say most people probably use 1 or 2 boxes when they do this, because the rule of thumb, you'll see people saying that you only need to cover about 20-30% of the surface to effectively stop a lot of that resonating you get as you're driving and bouncing along. But it does not hurt to do more, and so Kilmat asked me when they sent me 4 boxes, they said they wanted me to really go after it. So it's kind of a go big, go home kind of thing. So I'm going to actually be putting 2 layers on the wheel wells, or I've been watching some British band conversions, they say the wheel arches. 2 layers on that, and a complete layer on the floor, because that's where most of the sound comes from. And then I will be putting it on the walls and strips up in the ceiling, not on the beams up there, those sections. But I'm going to cover as much as I can. I think sound deadening, this kind of product was originally, people were putting it in cars and trucks just for audio sound to make it sound better. And they pull panels off, and the door panels, and put it in. I'm probably not going to go to that extent except for these back doors. I will pop the inserts are on there and put it inside. And so I will get going on this. And so what I've already done is I've cleaned off both wheel arches with some glass cleaner. A lot of us use that to clean. And so I'm going to start applying. And so well, it's really pretty simple. It's got a sticky back, and they suggest that you wear gloves. I've already cleaned the surface, and so I will start putting it on. And some people cut it in strips, and I'm just going to try to put it on in big pieces as I can. And then on Amazon, of course, I found a package of like 5 rollers of various sizes. And so what you want to do, it's got like almost a bubble surface, and once you put it down, then you roll it with a roller and get these all compressed and flat, and then you know that it's been installed properly. And it has to be definitely warm enough. If you're in cooler temperatures, then you might need to, some people heat it up, warm it up, or leave it out in the sun. And the temperature is fine for me right now, so I'm just going to start putting a few pieces on here. I got 1 layer on this wheel well, and you know, it's not rocket science. I have to piece in some pieces, and I assure you I'll be going back over every area after I finish with the rollers, just to make sure, because even here I see a couple places I missed, because that's really important that you get it flat down on the surface, because that's what is absorbing the sound. So here's what it sounds like now. We'll compare that to what I did before. Let's do this one that's not been Kilmatted, you might say. It's a new word. This has got a higher pitch, more ringing sound. This is definitely a lower pitch and less, I guess, vibrations, you might say. So I'm going to go ahead and put a second layer here and do 2 layers over here, and then I'll start up front and work my way back. Wow, it is really sticky. It's pulling fingertips off of these thin plastic gloves. You definitely need to have gloves. I didn't think I would, but I'm glad I'm not going to have to wash that all off. I think I need to switch gloves now. So I'll get back with you after I've done some more. Wow, that's a lot of Kilmat. I don't think I've seen anybody in band conversion do this much, and some of you are going to say it's extreme, but hey, they sent it to me and said go for it. So go big, go home. So 2 layers there, entire floor is covered, and this is where most of the sound comes from. And as I mentioned earlier, most people say 20-30% deadens enough of it. And that may very well be true, and they say it's diminishing returns based on how much you spend and what the benefit would be. But I do know I'm going to benefit from a lot of sound deadening, that's for sure. So I still have much of the walls, not every single inch of the walls, and then a bunch of the ceiling as well that I'll be doing. And then get the windows in and take a drive and see what it sounds like. Now it's still an empty box. Remember, we're not killing sound, but we're deadening the sound so we don't get the tin can driving down the road echoey effect. So it's definitely going to help. That's still a lot of Kilmat. Notice that strap there? I found that online. I'll post it in the description below where I got that. Very, very handy. Well, you saw me install the Kilmat on the floor and on the wheel wells. You notice I've got the subfloor cut. I'm going to be taking it out and painting the bottom of it with kills. Just not really necessary, but I'm going to do that, just a little protection. And I want you to know that we recorded the sound of this when it was empty, and when I finish installing the Kilmat, and that means I'll have the 2 windows in. Here's the template for the CRL bunk window, 1 on each side. And unfortunately, that means I have to cut out these 3, I call them pillars. So they have to be cut out, and then I cut the window. So I have to be very careful. And I've got a new grinder. Don't even have a blade in it yet. So I'll be careful. But I've watched enough videos. I think it'll all be good. And so I'm going to get those in. And then I've been waiting for these adapters. These came from DIY Band out in Oregon. And I'll pop up something here to show you that. And these are custom made. And these go on the top, and what they do is they fit over the ribs up here for both the fan up there and the vent here. And it instead of building up butyl tape to try to make it level, this takes care of that for you. So these get glued on and with a window adhesive, and then I will mount the fan just like I did on my little mini camper. And then they also have even supports. And I could do wood frames like most people, but they actually have these that are rounded. And so the one up front, the fan is heavier. So these fit like this, and then it's got supports across. And then for the much lighter vent, it's just 2 cross members, and you drill through into those instead of drilling into a wood frame. So that's what's happening next, and you'll be seeing that in probably the next episode. You'll see me either happy or crying after cutting 5 holes, because there's going to be a hole here too for the power inlet. So that's where I am now, and I'll see you in episode 3. Thanks for watching.